Morning, John. Just a quick reflection on yesterday's midweek game against Ellenborough Rangers, where we ran out 30 points to 12 winners. Really pleased with our performance. I thought we sort of controlled the game in large parts. We restricted their field position. We finished the sets well where we wanted to finish, in corners, and then put them under some pressure with our line defence. That was, quick line speed and restricted them for, large parts of the game. We actually went 6-0 down in the first 5-10 minutes. They threw some nice shape and went through untouched. So we sort of talked about it, just brushing up on our slide, and we responded really well. We kicked off again, forced an error, and then crashed under the post to level the game at 6-6, and then sort of from there it was your probably typical feisty derby. Both sides going at it, not taking a backward step, and it went sort of set for set. And then we scored right on half time for a 12 points to 6 lead. Second half, we discussed, sort of the play of the balls and the quickening the ruck speed up at half time. And second half we sort of really done that, and it was the same sort of story really, where we finished our sets really well. They struggled to sort of get out, and we put some points in and scored some nice tries in doing it, and kicked a couple of penalty goals, just sort of managed the game a little bit better. And it was one of them where we controlled it, and if we didn't invite them in and we didn't invite pressure, we sort of looked comfortable. But fair play to Ellenborough. They were really strong. I think probably that's the strongest side that they've had out all season, and they were really game, and it was fair play to both teams and spectators as well. Coming out and playing in that and watching the game in some horrendous conditions. It was just seemed to be torrential downpour after downpour, and credit to both sides. There's very few mistakes, very few penalties. So yeah, really pleased. Looking ahead now, we've got Egremont here on Friday night for our Cumbria Men's League side, and then we welcome Seaton Rangers for our last home game of the regular season before we move into playoffs. So really looking to build on that performance and put some good performances in heading into them playoffs to give us the best possible sort of chance. Thanks, mate.